Hi, I'm Mark Miliazzo, and today I'm going to be talking about my service with the Community Recreation Department of Columbia, Missouri. The Community Recreation Department of Columbia, located on 701 East Ash Street, is actually part of the Parks and Recreation Department of the government. So being a government organization, it can provide free or affordable activities in order for the community to get involved. It meets this mission by providing parks, gyms, trails, and other organized activities in order to strengthen the community. One event that the Community Recreation Department has annually is an Easter egg hunt, and they hold this the Saturday before Easter. So I spent a lot of my time stuffing eggs with candy and also stuffing piñatas with candy and organizing games and other activities for said Easter egg hunt. With the other volunteers, I helped fill over 2,000 eggs for kids to find on that Saturday. And additionally, on that Saturday, I helped oversee and watch the kids and make sure that everything ran smoothly. While working at the recreation department, I worked with a multitude of different people. Two of them being Mary Dewey, the recreational leader, and Cameron Cross, the recreational supervisor. I worked mostly with Mary Dewey. She helped me and other volunteers get the ropes, and she kept us on track in order to prepare for the Easter egg hunt. I worked with Cameron Cross a little less because while we were preparing, he was in charge of other recreational events that were happening. But on that Saturday that we had the Easter egg hunt, he was there and he was making sure that everyone was doing their job and all that the kids were being safe on that day. During my time at the recreational department, I developed many competencies. However, two stuck out to me the most. The first one's teamwork. While I was working there, I had to constantly be in touch with my superiors and my peers. We had to do this because organization at the recreational department was essential. Whenever I did a shift and filled a certain amount of eggs, I had to make sure that I'd tell my peers how many eggs, so we don't need to do a recount. And this was essential because I was working in a virtual manner. And however I've become accustomed to this thanks to COVID, it's always more difficult working in a virtual manner than it is in person. The other competency that I've developed was conflict management. There were a couple times where my peers were not able to come in for their volunteer times. Due to this, we became off track and I had to talk to not only my peers but also my superiors and say, hey, we're falling behind and we need to do something about it. So this ties into teamwork because not only do I have to solve said problems, but I also have to communicate with my superiors and peers and figure out a solution. While working at the recreational department, I was able to make a multitude of connections to the class in order to enhance my volunteer work. The first one was teamwork. As stated earlier, I did a lot of communication virtually. I had to constantly be in contact with my supervisors and my peers in order to make sure that we were organized and also stay on track. In addition to teamwork, I also learned a lot about conflict management from BA. And I used this conflict management on the Saturday of the egg hunt, where I had to be assertive to kids in order to make sure that they can stay safe while having fun with the Easter egg hunt. In addition to that, I had to use conflict management techniques with my peers. There were times where they weren't able to show up or just weren't putting in the work that was required of them, so I had to confront them by asking questions and de-escalate them in order to make sure that we can get our job done in a timely manner. In addition to the connections I stated earlier, another connection I made was disagreeing with power. Due to the slide that Tim Hill presented, I was able to understand that talking to my superior will not compromise my volunteer position. Due to this, I was able to ensure that kids are safe while swinging a metal bat at a piñata. If I hadn't stepped in, I believe that there very well may have been an accident where another kid gets hit by a metal bat. After completing my service at the recreational department, I feel as if I've had a lot to take away from it. Obviously, collaboration includes the conflict management and the teamwork aspects that I spoke about before. But in addition to that, I also learned a lot about professionalism and what work life is about outside of a university setting, and I hope to incorporate that in my future career.